favorite part about the book was when the table, like that would, the table, like the stone table, just split in half, and then Aslan, is that how you pronounce it?
Aslan,
he came back to life.
Yeah, that part was really interesting. Like, I really liked it, except I feel like they put the pace too fast for that part.
Yeah, it could have slowed down.
Yeah, like it was
More
like
details.
he was killed and then he came back to life. It doesn't like split between chapters, right?
But it was like just first. It was just in the same chapter.
Yeah, or like on the same page.
It wasn't. It
Or
was
like
it was
like one here and then like he died here and then he came back to life here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But if they put a bit of like dramatic, like if they put it at least like details in 5 pages later, then it kind of would have been more like.
Or like if they split it between chapters.
Yeah.
Like in one chapter he dies and then in the next
Like
chapter
one
he
chapter
comes back to
is
life. Yeah.
like one chapter is tragic, the next one is really happy because he comes back, right?
And then the chapter name could be like he comes back to life. It could be like just Aslan.
Yeah.
Like, just like.
My favorite,
And then people would be questioning if Aslan died.
my favorite part was when they defeated the White Witch and they all became kings and queens.
I like that too. I don't think Edward should have became a king, because
Yeah, he didn't deserve it.
he ditched them and told the White Witch about them going to the
Yeah,
stone
except-
table.
Except like he came back and realized his mistake. So I think that like in that way he deserves it.
And he thought she had good, and then he figured out she was evil.
Yeah.
And I liked when the giant, when they had teamwork, and the giant came and helped them get over the fence in the White Witch's castle, because they were getting all the people that the White Witch turned into stone out of their cages, so they could fight with them.
I like how everyone also became kings and queens, but I also agree with everyone on Imrad. He actually should have been locked up. He was constantly told, and he never even thought of changing his mind about it, and
Yeah.
he should have been locked up.
He did think about like maybe she's not, but he was selfish in the beginning.
Yeah.
But in the end, he came back to him and apologized and
I
fought
don't think-
against the witch.
Yeah, but he should have been locked up.
I don't think Mr. Thomas should have went to, well, she shouldn't have captured him, because to be honest, none of the other fawns do that, and it's kind of his fault, because he told Lucy that he was a kidnapper, and he said if the White Witch said if you saw any kids of Adam or Eve, then kidnap them when they sleep, but he let her go, so that was kind of good. But the White Witch has like eyes in the voice, so that's why she came to his house and caught him.
Yeah, I think it was because Edmund was talking to her about like to the witch about like, hey, my sister met this fawn named Mr. Thomas.
Yeah. Because she wouldn't actually know, maybe. It was kind of being selfish for the Turkish Lord. That's what you have to think about it.
I agree with Esau. That was kind of my favorite part, and I also agree that Edward shouldn't have been a king because it was like betrayal. Because he should have stayed with them, except instead of going to the White Witch.
He realized his mistake and he actually killed the witch. So I mean, earlier I think that he would have gotten locked up for being a traitor and stuff.
Yeah, Peter.
If he was the,
Yeah, well, like Edmund also fought.
if he was the one who slayed the witch, he probably would have made up for. He maybe kind of would have made up for everything that he did.
And he did kind of cause Aslan's death, because he had to make the deal with the White Witch and to go to that place. They killed him, but then he's lucky. Really lucky the stone table had like some magic to it.
I think it was, from what I read, I thought it was Aslan that made that deal because he knew about the prophecy about if they died without a fight willingly, that when they did nothing wrong, then the stone table would break and then they would come back to life.
I agree with Eliza and
Yes.